What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Skid Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a review of Avengers Endgame. Now, Avengers Endgame is the culmination of 11 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we're here. We've been through the good and through the bad of the MCU, and now we're at the end of Phase 3 of the MCU, and this is one hell of a movie. This is going to be a weird review. It's going to be very vague, and I really don't know if I can term this as a review. It's just going to be my thoughts on the movie, because I'm really scared to reveal things which might spoil the movie for you guys. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, you can watch this video because this is going to be spoiler free. I'm not going to hint at anything at all. But as soon as you're done watching this movie, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get the fuck off the internet. Because at this very moment, the internet is dark and full of spoilers. Now back to Avengers Endgame. This movie starts off a little slow, but those slow parts are kind of important because they do a lot for character development, but then it slowly builds up, and at the end, oh my god, the end is a cinematic experience like you've never experienced before. The Russo brothers have been helming the Marvel Cinematic Universe ship for so long, and it is so satisfying to see them finally bring their vision to fruition. Avengers Endgame makes most use of the enormity of the world building that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been doing for about 11 years now. And you can see it at the end of this movie. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the review, the spoiler-free review of Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame is the greatest superhero movie that you will ever see. That's it. That's the review. I mean, it's very difficult to really talk about this movie without giving out spoilers, but here I go. The Russo brothers have managed to do with this movie something which I thought was impossible: to represent the enormity of the comic book medium's epic world-building ability onto the big screen and synthesize a product that does justice to all parts of this massive saga that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. When it all started in 2008 with Iron Man 1, who would have thought that Robert Downey Jr.'s campy sci-fi action flick would start off a revolution for the medium of cinema? 11 years down the line, we are at the endgame now, and boy oh boy does it deliver. Avengers Endgame does almost everything perfectly. It makes you think, it makes you laugh, it makes you jump out of your seat, and it makes you cry. The movie starts off a bit slow, but these slow parts are essential to making Avengers Endgame such a special superhero movie. These parts are used to flesh out characters like Hawkeye and at the same time make the audience realize the real consequences of Thanos' actions at the end of last year's Infinity War. As it builds up, the movie hits you with curveballs with regard to how the remaining Avengers deal with the pain and consequences of their failure to stop Thanos. And in the course of this, we witness a celebration of the past 11 years. At this point, there are loopholes noticeable in the plot direction, but such is the scale of this movie that the Russos can be forgiven for taking liberties with some aspects of the plot mechanics. As far as the characters go, it was great to see a more fleshed out Captain America in Avengers Endgame. It was a little disappointing to see him underused in Infinity War, but in this movie, Cap gets his due and reminds us all over again why we love him so much. The same goes for Tony Stark's Iron Man, the man who kickstarted the MCU. Tony's character arc is brilliantly done in this movie and keeps us engaged till the very end. Natasha Romanoff's Black Widow also receives her long-due character exposition, reminding us of the lonely pain inside her and how she uses that pain to rise above and serve for the greater good. Meanwhile, the newbie to the MCU, Captain Marvel, is also handled admirably by the Russos. There is nothing wrong with her limited screen time. This is not her movie, and the space is given for the actual Avengers to shine. Plus, I like Carol Danvers a lot more here than in her standalone shit show of a movie. Now we get to the end, and boy oh boy, what an end. Directors Anthony and Joe Russo deliver something bigger, mightier, and more powerful than I could have ever imagined. The end preps us for what's on the horizon and brings smiles, tears, joy, sadness, and optimism. The final sequence is a comic book coming to life, with all the extravagance, bombastic action, mind-blowing moments, and heart-churning scenes that all of us ever wanted and more. As the dust settles in and the audience recovers, we are left with what to expect after the endgame. But whatever comes next, this movie reminds us that the MCU deserves all the applause and love that it has received over the years. Endgame is literally the perfect end to this saga. And as the next phase gets planned out, let us appreciate the fact that we were alive to witness what could well be the golden age of comic book cinema. So there you go. That was our review of Avengers Endgame. If you've watched it, what did you guys think about it? Let us know in the comments below. Are you excited for the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And what do you think will be the next direction that the MCU will take after Endgame? As always, if you want to see more content, please do leave a like and hit the subscribe button. It's free, it takes only a second, and it helps us out a lot. So until next time, I will see ya.